Hello guys, Dmitry Bonder there. Today I want to help everyone who just starting your career as an investor to find the answer on the most important questions for every investor. But I know that investing is a pretty complicated topic, so I tried to make this video in a slightly different way. I will invite teenager. And she's actually my daughter, and she is 13-year-old, so she never ever invested. She will be asking questions and I will be answering all these questions, so I hope it will help you or maybe your kids to understand what is investing, why you should invest, and what are the basic questions of investing. Okay guys, teenager. Her name is Kate. I don't know what questions she will ask me. We didn't want to pretend, so she will be asking what she's really thinking about investing, and let's go.
Okay, so I basically don't know anything about investment yet, so I'm just gonna ask, why do I want to start investing, and especially why now?
Let me explain. So you have basically two options in your life, like in any age. You can or spend or save something. So investing is a kind of way when you feel really good, when you're healthy, when you have a lot of money and everything is good, just to save some money for the rest of your life. So to be honest, 60% of people in US don't invest and don't want to invest. But this is, in my opinion, pretty straightforward way to the pretty miserable life when something bad happens. So like when you're 13-year-old or when you're 14 or 15, you have the whole life and your future is very bright. So the earlier you start, the more money you have when you will be 50, 60, or when you retire. And that's my answer why you have to invest. You don't have to spend all your money for investing and just take all your happy days.
Pay your bills, buy food, invest.
But if you start earlier than all other people, you will have a very significant advantage. At 30, at 40, at 50, you will be far in front of many people. That's my answer.
Oh, all right. Okay, so let's say I wanted to start investing. How would I start? What would be my first steps? And yeah.
So when you're underage, before 21, you cannot invest. So I mean, you cannot invest directly. You need the help of your parents. So it doesn't matter who is watching this video. Maybe you are 21 or older, so you can open any account with a Robinhood, webull, or with any other brokerage app. But I mean, specifically in your age, you have to ask your parents to open a custodial account on your name, and this is a permission, official way for you to start. So your parents have to make trades, but you can make decision what you want to buy or what you don't want to buy. Like, this is specifically for you. If you are guys watching this video, or I don't know, you're 25-year-old, you can open this account with any brokerage apps. You can find some links in my description of this video. So you can choose Robinhood. You can, like, the easiest way for teenagers, just to take Robinhood, or you can take a webull or M1 Finance or any other platform. But I think before start investing, you have to understand what you're doing.
All right, so you said I have to know what I'm doing before I start investing. So what are some good sources, maybe books or things I can really go into to go into detail about investing?
You have to understand in my opinion, it's very important thing that you have to understand there is only two main strategies if you want to invest. You can or outperform the market, or you can be just with the market. Let's imagine you have a really good student at your class. You can just copy his every moves he made or she made.
So I can either copy.
Yeah. Or you can just say, okay, I'm so smart that I will outperform this guy.
Yeah.
But you have to be 100% sure that you're so smart, then you can beat this student or you can beat the market. Is it simple?
Yeah, I get that.
So there are, let's say, 5 or 100,000 best US companies, like, I don't know, what companies, Microsoft or
Apple.
Apple, yeah, like Apple, you like Apple, I know. Yeah. So you can buy the, like, let's say 100, like, small pieces of every company, and just to make like a one group of all these companies and say, like, I have no idea how the market will be performing in the next 5 years, but I just want to copy. I just want to hold all these companies, and that's a way to copy the market. That's a way to be with the market. Or you can say, I don't want to invest in a big US stable, I don't know, classical companies. I want to invest in Tesla, in TikTok. Like, you want to invest in something really cool, and you think, you make a calculations and you think, like, this is my strategy to beat the market.
So you would have to have a lot of research.
Yeah, a lot of research, a lot of risks, just to beat the market.
Would you recommend that kind of investing or try?
No. I don't recommend it because okay, let's make it simple. Let's imagine that there are a big school, like the whole economy is a big school, and there are 1,000 students in the school. So statistically, your chance to beat the market is very, very low. So like 90% of students will fail if they will try to beat the market.
Oh.
Like there are some guys who manage a lot of money, they call hedge managers. So in mostly 80% of cases, they just lost a lot of money. I mean, in the long run. So there is almost impossible to beat the market if you like so smart, you are so good at doing what you're doing, that this is the only way to be.
So if I'm making these really risky investments and trying to be special and cool and doing something new, it's something that's really not recommended unless you know a lot about investing already, right? Is there anything else that you would say not to do, especially for beginners in investing?
You know, when I started investing, let's say in 2013, maybe I don't know, 8 years ago, so I lost a lot of money just because I tried to do what I don't understand. So now I realize that before doing any investment, you have to understand how it works. There is a very simple way to test you. It's called a paper trading. Okay, it's like you can play with all these apps, but with a fake money.
Oh, okay, that sounds helpful.
You can just make any trades, whatever you want to do, but it will be a fake money, but with the real data from the market.
So like practicing. With the exact.
Yeah. Okay. So, but all the prices, everything will be correct, everything will be good, but you will not be playing with the real money. At least you can check your assumptions. And
you would need to do research and know what, how to read the data correctly and how to interpret that. There is a very good phrase, educated guess. So you have to be educated enough to make a right guess. Like, I know how well all the students are in my class, so I would put my bet on this student. He will be the best student because I know how hard he's working every day. Like, you have an idea, you have a data, you checked his performance, like you can make some educated guess. But some other guy can say, I have no idea how all these pupils in the class performance, so I will put my bet on the girl with the name Nancy. Why? Just because I love Nancy. That's it. So that's a very big difference between educated guess and non-educated guess, in my opinion. Right. And but there is one more good strategy for teenagers like you, or for someone who just started or want to start.
investing. Like if you are very lazy, you don't have time. I mean, lazy, you could be very busy actually. If you would just want to start investing and you don't have time to read all these reports,
Oh yeah.
like it requires a lot of time, to be honest. And you can just buy indexes.
And what are those?
It's like, let's imagine you have 500 companies of the best US companies, and you just buying like the whole piece of this company, like a small piece of all these companies. It calls, let's say, S&P 500. There is an index, it's called S&P 500, or general VTI, it's like a Vanguard whole market index. Like it's a mix of very small piece of every company. And you just buying the whole market. Like you pay, let's say, $300 and you have like a 500 best US companies in your possession.
Oh, okay.
But very small piece. It means that you don't need to make this investigation, and you believe that some managers who are managing this index or this indices or this fund, they have already made research for you, and they are just selling and like, trust me, Kate, we made our homework and this is the best companies, they will be performing really good. Because it's the best US companies. And this is another strategy, like just to be with the market growth, not outperform, but with the market growth.
So just totally follow what they say.
Totally follow, yeah. And there are a lot of different indices like this. Like, for example, you can buy like the best game companies in US, best companies like internet companies like I don't know, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, or like best IT companies. So that's like another strategy and pretty easy way to start investing.
All right, well, to jump off of that, let's say I wanted to start investing, but I have almost like a fear of losing money like that, and well, I'm coming in with a goal to get it and then end up losing it. How to avoid losing it? Is there like a simple way, or how hard is that?
Very good question. There is no way not to lose money. Like, the only one question, what is your risk tolerance? So there is no reward without risk, and there are no high reward without high risk. So if you want to get more, you have to risk more.
I could invest. Yeah, okay,
If
so
you
I
have-
could be
if you-
risking
Yeah.
way more and then might get a better outcome than if I risk just a little bit, right?
If you just want to be, let's say, insulted by someone, you have just stop. You have just stay at home. So if you live in your home,
Right.
it means that someone can, I don't know,
Kidnap you or something.
kidnap you, push you, or hit you, whatever. So there is always a risk. And there is a very good rule, like for every person, like what is your risk tolerance? Do you want to risk a lot and have a lot or get a lot? Or you just want to risk very, you want to be very careful, but your risk will be very small. But there are some very risky companies like Tesla, like some new companies, and you have to accept this risk if you want to get a lot of money. Like GameStop right now, it's a crazy popular company, or AMC, like it's a total different story. But if you want to risk like a 50% of your money, you can buy this stock, but you can lose a lot. And so answering your question, like there is no way to escape
So
risk
there's
at
no
all,
way to avoid it.
to avoid it in any way.
And for someone like me, again, someone starting out, is risk, like, would you, again, recommend taking that risk, or should I just stay
There
safe?
is no answer on this
There's
question.
not, okay.
You have to accept or not accept some level of risk. So it's a personal,
It's okay,
internal feeling like I'm very risky or I'm not risky at all. Like
Okay.
we have 3 kids, and every of your siblings, they are very different.
Yes, that's true.
So Max,
You could assume who's gonna risk more and who's gonna risk less.
He want to risk, but my other daughter Vlada, she's very safe girl. So
Yep.
the same works on the stock market. So
And what about you? What about how you invest? Do you invest more risky or not? Just as an example.
I would say that I'm pretty risky, so I can buy some really risky companies, or risky shares or assets. But sometimes when I ask myself, okay, who I am? I'm a dad of 3 kids, so
careful.
I want to be very careful. So I'm just invest with the amount of money that I don't afraid to lose at all,
That you're
like
willing,
100%.
Yeah, that you're willing to lose.
Yeah. So there are some people who want to spend like their whole fortune, like 100% of their money.
And people are asking, are you still a millionaire? Are you still a millionaire? Yes, I'm still a millionaire. I have 4 million Dogecoins.
But I don't think they have a lot to lose sometimes. Like maybe they don't have families, maybe they don't have, I don't know.
They're
Maybe
just
they have
not scared of losing it.
Yeah, they are not scary. Maybe they have a so strong source of income every month.
Yep, my portfolio is worth roughly half. This is fine. Everything's gonna be all right. This is gonna be just fine.
They understand, okay, I can lose $100,000 because I have like a 1 million of income every month.
Yeah, okay.
That's okay. So you have to say, okay, what portion of my income I'm ready to lose?
Okay. So, and you mentioned this in the beginning, but investing is for basically just retirement, or why would I invest if, like, for example, I don't necessarily care about the money I'm gonna have when I have to retire?
No, it's not about retirement only. It's about growing your wealth. So if you want to be a wealthy person, you want to be you want to buy a house, you want to buy a good education for your kids. If you want to buy a good car, if you want, let's say, if you want to be wealthy person, you have in some way to save and invest, because some people just want to be wealthy, but they don't want to be investor. There is no way to be wealthy and to be investor in some or another way.
Okay.
And you need to go to university. You have to
Yeah, a lot of things you need a lot of money for. Yeah.
a lot of money for this. It's one of the most expensive part of our life in US. So you could be, or someone else could be in a trouble. Let's say some problem with the health, emergency. You need emergency funds. So that's give you a chance to be wealthy in any life situation. Okay.
Yes.
Guys, if you like this format of video, and if it's easy for you to understand, let's say to digest this video, we will be happy to make this style of video.
Yes, we will.
If you have teenagers, just show them this
I have
video.
more questions.
Any questions, please put in the comments. Maybe we explain something in a very difficult way. We will try to make it easier. So hope you enjoyed. Subscribe and peace out.